Hello everyone, class 6. This is Rashid Khan, your science teacher from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. And in the previous video, we'll have discussed on the topic getting to know plants, in which the types of roots and modification of roots we have studied. Now into this video we will go through the modification of a stem. What is this? Modification of stem. What is the modification of a stem? Actually the stem is only for having the helpful for the plants to anchor, or might be helpful for supporting, or this might be helpful for anchoring that one, or sometimes it can store the food material. So for the different purposes the stem got modified into according to the requirement or need of the soil or need of the plants. Here we can say the modification of a soil. In some of the plants you can see some of the plant stem grows underground and functions as a storage of a food. First one is storage of a food. Storage of food. What does it mean? It means that the plants is stored under the ground, the food material into it and get swelled or might be get flashy. Most of the plants like carrot, turnip, radish, these are the type of roots. But what about the stem? Stem like ginger, potato, onion. Ginger, potato, onion. These are the underground plants. These stems grows underground of the soil and is stored in food. You can see in case of a ginger, it can be stored food from the ground and is stored in its stem. And this part is the eligible for getting eat, this can be eaten. This part is the eating. For the eating purposes it can be used. Next one is potato. You can see potato is also called as a tubers, which can be used. This one is used as, and onion is also formed. It is a bulb. So these type these have the important characteristics to store their food into the roots as well, and this can be consumed later. So such type of plants that can store the food into their stem. These are the examples: potato, onion and ginger. This stem grows underground and store the food in it, that will make it flashy and that will swell up. And these part are maybe eaten as for the consumption later. It can be consumed later. Next one is some of the plants, some of the stem get modified and turn into the tendrils. Next one is modification of stem into tendrils. When it got converted or changed into the tendril, what is have its important functions? The tendril is the special and peculiar functions of the stem that have, and it can provide the extra support. It can provide extra support to the plants. Extra support to the plant for their anchoring or for the standing purposes. You can see the modification of the stem, which is in the form of a tendrils, that give it very much support, and as well as it can helpful for giving an erection mode of the plants, like you can say for climbing of the up of the plants. Some of a thread like coiled structure, and in prevailing that is found in a grapevine or bougainvillea. These are having a tendrils that can be very much reliable for supporting as extra support, and as well as this can be helpful for climbing the plants. And the tendrils coiled around any object, and they can be come into contact with, thus lend the support the plants as well. Next is thick and a fleshy stem made for thick and fleshy stem. Thick and fleshy stem. Some of the plants get thicker, and they have a very important function, that is what they are responsible for giving a process called photosynthesis. They perform the process of photosynthesis, and this is the stem that is responsible for photosynthesis. Why? Because it is much enough thick and fleshy, and rest of this, it can be important for supplying the food material to the part of a plant, or to the different parts of a plant. Here we can say, into this the leaf is absent, and in absence of a leaf, the stem get modified into the thick and a fleshy, and that is the green as well. Why? Because there is no leaf are found, and that stem is modified into the leaf is modified into the leaf, and that can act as a photosynthetic resources. So the photosynthesis process can take place only through the stem. Why? Because it is thicker and fleshy, so it can store the food in it itself as well. So for the photosynthesis of a particular part of a plant, like the stem can also have the criteria to complete the photosynthesis process. This is found in the case of a cactus in desert region. The cactus having any leaf, the leaf get modified into the stem, and that is a very responsible for playing process photosynthesis. Some of the plants that having the stem, and that would be important for here we can say some of the stem get modified for the multiplication. Stem used as a multiplication of plants. Here we can say some of the plants get used for the multiplication of the plants. You can see sugarcane, potato, sweet potato, these are the material that can be cut into the pieces, multiplied. It can be cut into the many pieces, and each piece can grow a new plant. So this can be also used for multiplication of a plants. This can be used as a multiplication of a plant as well. So this is all about the modification of a stem, and now we have to move on to the topic, that is a leaf. So what we can say, the leaf. What is the leaf? Leaf is what actually? The leaves are the most vital part of the plants that can play a very important role for storing the food as well by synthesizing the sun, and hence it is a very important part of the plant that can be known as the food storage of food factory of the plants. Why? Because it can store the food, so they are called as the food factory of the plants. The leaves are often green and flat, broad, so that they have a large surface area on which the photo can be synthesized. That is, a sun rays can be absorbed in a large amount. That amount is that amount of the suns that is responsible for storing or synthesizing the sunlight for making a process called photosynthesis. That is very important for the plant's growth. That is a food that can make their food as well. The shape and the size of the plants differ from the one another and from one species to another species. There are the different type of plants. Leaf can recognize their identities, or they can be identified on the basis of the plants they have, the size of the plants they are. Here is a leaf, you can see. So here you can say the leaf and the part of a leaf. What are these actually? I want to tell you. This one is the middle portion of the leaf that can held together with it, and it is a important part. That one called as a midrib. And the margin, this one is called leaf margin or leaf blade. This one is called leaf blade. Here you can say this type of a structure is called vein. Vein of a leaf. And if there is a smaller structure, the drop-like structure, that one is called as a vein. are the total part from here to here. This one is called leaf lamina. This one is called lamina. So these are all about the leaf. Here we can say some of the other parts on which we can have to discuss. It is a reticulated leaf. How we can know? This is because there is a network-like structure in which, so it is a type of a reticulated leaf. We will discuss some later about the reticulated and parallel. The first on which we have to discuss, that is what the leaf is actually. So on that basis it has to be written. First one is petiole. What is the petiole? Petiole on which there is a branches and leaves are growing. A leaf is attached to the stem with the help of petioles. This one is the part on which this can be attached. This one is called as a petiole. Suppose if there is a stem, this stem having petiole on it, and that would be a part of leaf. This can strand or erect. It is attached part of the stem with the help of the leaf stalk, which is known as a petiole. यही petiole है जिससे वो जुड़े रहते हैं. Next is lamina or leaf. Second one is lamina or leaf blade. What is the lamina or the leaf blade? The leaf blade or the lamina is a part that can the flat, thin and a broad portion of a leaf. Flat, thin and broad portion. Flat, thin and a broad portion of a leaf is known as a lamina, which is responsible for what? The leaf lamina is the place where the food of the plant is prepared. This can be responsible for what? Storing the food in it. This is known as leaf blade or lamina. It is the lamina on which the food is stored. So the most important function of the lamina is to, due to the broader end of this can be very helpful for storing the food as well. Next is veins. Veins are what? What is it? Why it is used for? Veins. Veins are the network of small, narrow. It is the network of small, narrow, tube-like structure. This is network. Tube-like structures on both sides of the leaf, or you can say both sides of the mid-leaf. Both sides of the mid-leaf is formed. The thin vein in the middle of the leaf is called midleaf. This one is the middle leaf. This one is called as a midleaf. The veins are responsible to transmit minerals and water. This is transmit the minerals and water. Minerals and water in the leaf, and also provide support to the lamina. Can be support to the lamina. Next one is leaf arise from leaf bases. This one is called leaf base. It is the part on which the leaves arise. So this is all about the leaf. Next topic we will surely discuss on this.